afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Staples Stadium for tonight's boys lacrosse matchup between the Iona Prep Gales and your Staples Wreckers. Iona Prep is led by head coach Rick Pisano. Will Kashansky is the head coach of Staples Wreckers. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to a great game. At this time, we ask you to please stand and move your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
My name is Andy Cerrito, joined here alongside Nikos Ninos for coverage of today's lacrosse game between the Staples Wreckers and the Iona Gales. And Nikos, what are you expecting today going into this game?
I think it's going to be a good game. Obviously, you have two strong out-of-state opponents, which always makes a good game, and we like to see this competitive lacrosse. So Staples, compared to last year, they have a lot more out-of-state games. I think being the reigning state champion, it just gives them the leeway to schedule these hard out-of-state opponents, which kind of builds the program because you have these players developing by playing great teams like Iona Prep today, and then they have Bergen Catholic in 2 weeks. So it's good to see for Staples.
Oh, absolutely. And, going into the season, there was a little bit of a doubt, with losing some star players. You're losing Charlie Howard, losing Henry Dodger, losing a lot of seniors last year who were crucial in their state title run where they ended up defeating Darien. But the thing is, you have to look at the Staples roster and realize that there still are stars on here. You have United States Military Academy West Point commit Tyler Clark. I mean, he's going to be running your offense. There's no one else that you'd want back there more in high school lacrosse today. You have unfortunately, he's injured right now. He's facing an injury, but the number one goalie in the class of 2025, Josh Marcus. I mean, yes, he is injured today, but later on in the season, once he heals up from his foot injury, he'll be very, very important in this team's success. So you're looking at it, the team, they could be worse, they could be better than last year. You don't know what to expect. But the thing is, Staples is still going to put on some of the best lacrosse that you will see in the country.
Yeah, I mean, even on that attacking front, you have some really strong players. Leo Sequenza committed to Providence, another great player, and Gavin Rothenberg committed to Colby, another great player. So you've lost part of your attack, but you've retained some really strong players that can really power this attack.
Absolutely, and we're getting ready for the face-off. Cisco Soletto, the Fogo, for Staples, and Michael Tapia, the Fogo, for Iona. And here comes the clamp. And Iona wins the clamp. They win the ball. Michael Tapia coming down the field. And now the ball is in the hands of Blaze New holding the ball at the top. They're passing around. The ball is now at X. They're looking to swing the ball around, get something generating on offense. Iona passes the ball. Christian Tapia back in at midi. Iona just swinging the ball around right now. Looking to get the ball back down to X.
Yeah, that's really going to be the strategy. Just kind of settle the ball down a little bit, control the ball, get everybody kind of into the game a little bit, and then try to attack Stables' weaknesses after just passing the ball around and trying to kind of draw the defenders out a little bit, and maybe get someone with a cut in to kind of get a good shot off on Kazakowski.
Absolutely, and Tim Plunkett, the freshman, he's the one sitting at X right now for Iona. He's not looking to make any moves there. As they're coming down the field, Blaze New bringing it down, and there's a loose ball. There's a scrum for it, and ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Iona ball. Brandon Blank bringing the ball in from the left side of the field. He's trying to put the moves on Mikey Nealon, number 77.
Yeah, even though that went out, that was a great play by San Petrosino on that kind of stick check and just completely took the stick out of the Iona player's hands.
Absolutely, and Mikey Nealon, one of the best defenders on this team. He's applying very good pressure this game, and Iona looking to put some moves on. And the ball and the shot on goal just goes wide from number 22, Dylan Reese, the junior, the attackman. But Iona will retain possession after it goes out of bounds. Again, they're just passing the ball around, going around the net. Ball's at Plunkett at X.
Yeah, a little bit of ISO action going on right now. They've been trying to kind of get the ball around, then they pass it back up top, and they get that guy at the top to get a run in, try to make a little move on the Stables defender, as he just went from behind the net.
Plunkett trying to put the moves on the Stables defender. He's got his back to him, maybe looking for a turnaround shot. And he's getting bullied right now by number 22 for the Staples Wreckers, Preston Norris. Iona still not giving up on their attacking chance. They keep taking gashes in from number 7, Brandon Blank. He's running towards the net. And he puts it on. Great save by Scotty Kazakowski. That was a long possession there for Iona. Staples looks to get something going. He passes out to Preston Norris to help take the ball up the long pole.
Yeah, we didn't really see that much. We saw a lot of passing, but we didn't see a lot of dangerous passing. There weren't any really cutting plays or anything like that to try to get a good shot on net. It was more kind of ISO action, passing the ball around, getting it up top, and trying to have your best players make a move on Staples' defenders to get a shot.
Absolutely. As Staples still holds possession, Tyler Clark has it. Passes to Leo Sequenzia. Leo Sequenzia at about the 40-yard line. Oh, and he's making a move on the defender. Cutting towards the net. Brings it back. Just running around. Nothing going for him there.
Yeah, that was a really nice switch up by Iona, though, on Leo Sequenzia. He just ran right past his guy, but the guy on Tyler Clark just switched off quickly just to cover that off.
And the ball in the hand of the Notre Dame commit, Ben Burmeister, and he's making a run towards the net. It looks like he wound up for a shot. Came back. Passed the ball out now to number 5 for the Staples Wreckers, Charlie Iannone. And the ball gets stripped. And there's a scrum for it. Ball is all over the place now. Ends up in the stick of Tyler Clark somehow, some way. Tyler Clark dribbling at the top. There's a massive scrum for the ball there. Ball was poked loose from Leo Sequenzia's stick. Ball is in the hands of Charlie Iannone now. He's trying to put the moves on the defender. Goes to Leo Sequenzia at the top. Leo Sequenzia with the step down. Puts it right in. The bounce shot. Goal for Leo Sequenzia. First one of the season for the Staples Wreckers.
That's a great goal. Really, really nice play by Notre Dame commit Ben Burmeister. He kind of drew 2 defenders to him, found Sequenzia in that high slot area. Sequenzia, a nice move to just give himself a little bit of space, and that bounce shot just bounces top shelf. So just a great goal from the Wreckers there.
It was a beautiful shot. And, Leo Sequenzia, the Providence commit, one of the better players on this team for sure. Plays midi, but he has no shortage of his attacking potential there. Sometimes you make stuff to set up, but he brings a level of athleticism that is out of this world to this team. And the Wreckers are lining up for the face-off. Now it finds the other Fogo's turn. Oh, and they pass the ball. The Wreckers win. Tyler Clark rips a shot. Goes out of bounds. Quick possession there from Staples. Cisco Soleto wins the face-off. Starts bringing it down. Passes to Tyler Clark. It was almost a 1-2 shot there, but it misses just to the right. Staples now has possession. Holding it at the top of the key. Burmeister.
Yeah, I like that quick shot there. You kind of catch Iona off guard a little bit.
Absolutely. It definitely works in their favor. Schaefer right now with the ball at the top. Passes around. Goes to Adam Udell, the sophomore. Passes back to Schaefer, the sophomore. Passes back to Udell, the sophomore, at the top of the goal. Passing back and forth. Udell looking for the step-down shot. The Wreckers really looking to find their shot right now. Still passing around. Udell getting swarmed right now by Iona defenders. Finds Tyler Clark at X. Tyler Clark just dribbling behind the net. Looking for one of his men to open up.
Yeah, no pressure from Iona, too.
Absolutely not. You don't want to give him pressure because he has the athleticism to make something
go.
out of it. And there it is. Oh, Tyler Clark runs from behind the goal, swings around for the shot, and just misses right off the piping.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. They give him a little bit of pressure and just like quick 3 steps right to the front of the net, and that goes up the either high post or crossbar there.
It's a scary man to guard, and the ball goes out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds by number 20, Adam Udell, the little man getting it going. He's now bringing the ball in. Got Staples Wreckers possession again on their half of the field. Cradling the ball right now at the 30-yard line. Passes back to number 3, Charlie Iannone. Ben Burmeister. Passes around Leo Sequenzia. And right now, it appears Adam Udell is being subbed off. Looking to put in number 5, Charlie Iannone, the attacker. Ball's now in the stick of Iannone at the 40-yard line. Holding it. Looking to make a move. Passes to Ben Burmeister on the left. Burmeister, he's putting the moves on his defender. And passes the ball again to Leo Sequenzia. Leo Sequenzia running by his defender. Roll around, top of the key. And a beautiful shot from number 11, Gavin Rothenberg. I mean, this kid, one of the better shooters on this team. He's made his point clear from when he started 2 years ago as a sophomore, putting goals in the net for the Staples Wreckers. Just a beautiful shot there, and great ball movement all around from Staples.
Yeah, I mean, Staples' offense just looks so fluid right now. Like they just have a few players, a few athletic players, just making nice moves, making Iona kind of just commit to a bad decision, and then they just pass it off for just open shots. Like Iona's got to play a little bit more tight together, stay on their guys, and not get drawn out. They have to kind of cover everybody so Staples doesn't get those easy shots, because Gavin Rothenberg's going to score that every time.
Absolutely, and on Anastasia's turn as Fogo for the Staples, he wins the clamp but then loses the ball. Ball is now in the hands of the Iona Gales. Tapia holding at the 40-yard line, looking to get something going for this offense. He's putting the moves on his defender. Passes the ball to number 7, Brendan Blank. Brendan Blank dishes the ball over to Bill Haggerty. Billy Haggerty looking to pass down to X. Ball is now at X with Plunkett, looking to put the moves on number 22 for the Staples Wreckers, Preston Norris. Ball is now at the top of the key. Blank has it at the top. Passes to Blaze New. Blaze New putting the moves on his defender. Passes the ball back to X for Plunkett. Really looking for their selective shot here. Plunkett looking to move around X. Finds nothing. Cradling the ball right now at the 30-yard line. Tight defense coming in from Preston Norris. And he puts a spin move on him, and he's going towards the goal, looking for a man to pass to. Sees no one. Currently cradling the ball behind the goal. And he has a run on the defender. Passes the ball to number 7, Blaze New, and he shoots just over the net. Missed that one by just that much, but it looks like Iona will retain possession here, and they bring the ball in quickly, and they're looking to get something going. Ball in the hands of New at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that possession looked a lot better for Iona compared to their first one. They got a little bit of movement there. Oh, nice save there.
Absolutely. Beautiful save by Kozakowski, and Iona gets the ball on the rebound. Number 10, Billy Haggerty. You know, Kozakowski did what he could there. He deflected the ball, but it got in Haggerty's hands right on the crease, and, you know, that's as good as a layup in basketball.
Yeah, and still a nice play from Haggerty just to kind of scoop it up as fast as he could and just toss in the net. But just a great save from Kozakowski. It's just a tough rebound for him.
Absolutely. You know, one thing I'm noticing right now, Nikos, is the games, I think it probably is, you know, they're shaking the rust off. It is the first game of the season, but there is a little bit of a slower element kind of feel to these games. You know, the team's definitely looking for their selection of shots. Staples still gets to retain their 2-1 lead, though. And there's a penalty on the face-off, and the ball will be in the possession of the Wreckers. Schaefer bringing it down right now for the Wreckers. And he spins back around. Passes to Iannone. Iannone to Sequenzia at the 40-yard line. And Sequenzia is looking for someone. Ball passed to Rothenberg. Back to Sequenzia. Looking to put the moves on his defender. Hits him with a spin move. Double spin move. Back into the hands of Rothenberg. And a good deflection there by Iona defender on the shot. Ball goes out of bounds, but Staples will retain possession. Tyler Clark was closest as he was sitting at X.
Yeah, that's that same play right there. Sequencia's just drawing defenders to him, and like the kind of the chemistry that Staples has is so crazy.
And Tyler Clark with the spin around shot, his bread and butter, but he misses it. It's deflected. Ball's in the hand of Schaefer at X. Ball's now in the hands of Rothenberg. Looking for someone, looking to make a move on this defender. Hits a juke, hits a spin move. Passes Sequenzia. Sequenzia at the top. Sequenzia spins around, step down shot, and just misses wide, but Staples will retain possession.
Yeah, that chemistry that Staples has is so important to them. All these kids have been playing together since they were 6, so they just kind of have those eyes in the back of the head, and they know where their teammates are at any time in the field.
Absolutely. Rothenberg brings it in. He swings it over to Ione. Rothenberg holding the ball behind the net. And no motion going on right now. Just looking to make a move on his defender. And he starts. He hits him with a juke, hits him with a turnaround. And another missed shot for the Staples Wreckers that is about their 4th on this possession. Ball goes out, but, they get to retain possession. So I guess nothing gained, nothing lost there. And Tyler Clark is looking to bring the ball in from X. And he's bringing it in from the end zone right now. Looking to do something to this defender right now as he hits him with the juke move, hits him with his patent turnaround bounce shot, and there's the first goal for Tyler Clark. First of many this season. Record setter Tyler Clark. I mean, honestly, Nikos, you can talk about that shot, but that was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, you just see him kind of lull that defender a little bit, a few slow steps, then just that quick acceleration and a nice bounce shot. The goalie gets a little bit of it, but it still deflects in. So just a great play from Tyler Clark there. That's what we're used to seeing from him.
Absolutely, and they're definitely making a point to utilize bounce shots this game. I mean, it's very hard for goalies to defend it. One of my personal friends is a goalie, and he says bounce shots are some of the worst to defend as the face-off goes in, and there's looks like Staples wins the clamp. Cisco Soletto wins the clamp. He's taking the ball down the field right now. Finds Tyler Clark. Tyler Clark at the 40. Passes around to Adam Udell, the sophomore. Adam Udell bringing it down the field. Spins around, looks to take his time. Brings it all the way back to the halfway line. Defenders playing tight defense on him right now. Tight. Will Scala from Iona. Clamping down Udell. But the ball's now in the hands of Ben Burmeister, the midi. Burmeister passes back to Udell at the 40-yard line. Burmeister and Udell having a little game of catch right here. Looking to see who's going to take this shot. Who's going to make the motion here. It's going to be with a little cha-cha. Nothing going for him. Passes out to Udell. Passes back to Burmeister. Burmeister hits him with the spin. Hits him with the double spin. Finds Rothenberg. Finds Clark at X. Clark with the fancy feet. Going around the net. Tight pressure from Iona here. Ball's in the hands of Udell. Screen there from Burmeister. Got none of the Iona defender. Burmeister now has the ball at the top. Making a move. He's using his speed. Turn around. Out to Ione, number 5 at the top. Burmeister holds at the 30. And Burmeister looking to make a run on his defender. Never mind, he brings it out. And there's the pass to Tyler Clark. Tyler Clark, he can smell the crease. He's so close. He's trying to make a move on his defender. And nothing going for him there. Out to Charlie Ione, holding it at the 25-yard line. Trying to make a move on his defender. Hits the bounce shot off the piping. And the goalie gets the recovery. Ione will now have possession. What seems like it's been minutes, as there's only been about 12 of those in this first quarter here. And the Iona goalie taking it down right now from the middle. He passes out to their midi, number 34, Matt Plunkett. Matt Plunkett dishes the rock to Blaze New. Blaze New making a run on the net. And the simple bounce shot was saved by Kozakowski. Kozakowski looking to get things going quickly.
We got a little rush here.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to rush it here. Staples coming down the field to Gavin Rothenberg. Gavin Rothenberg with the bounce shot coming in from the right. Staples capitalizes on the fast break score there. That was some beautiful heads-up thinking from Kozakowski there to get the ball out early. And they managed to get the ball down all the way down to Gavin Rothenberg, who was so close to the crease. All he had to do was give a little pop, and it was in the net.
Yeah, that's a great play from Kozakowski. That all starts because of him. A nice save, an easy save on the bounce shot, but he has that awareness to find the midi in the middle of the field. The Iona's like attackers and minis are all near the net. Just that quick up, and then Staples goes down, a little dish to Rothenberg, and an easy goal for them. So 4-1 Staples with 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
I mean, great heads-up play there by Kozkowski to see that. And right now, they're lined up for the face-off, and it looks like it's a little bit of scuffle for the clamp, but it will be Cisco Soleto who will win the clamp, and he's bringing the ball down. Looking to go quick for Staples. Takes a quick shot and just misses. You know, honestly, those are the kind of shots you like to see from a Fogo because they don't really expect it, the goalie. And it almost went in for Cisco, but Staples will retain possession. They pass the ball out.
Yeah,
Clark holds it now.
It's been a textbook first quarter for Staples, 4-1 for them. Really, that only goal is just an unlucky rebound off Kozakowski's stick. And just on offense, just the movement has been amazing. And Cisco Solano has been doing an amazing job on the faceoff. So just looking great for Staples right now.
Absolutely. Everything we expect to see is Lewis Quenzia pulls at the top, and he passes around to number 16, Sam Eigen. Sam Eigen looking to put the moves on his defender, and he rips a shot, and it just misses. They're fighting for it at the halfway line. Ball gets through Roseme. And ball goes out of bounds, and it will be in the possession of the Staples Wreckers. Roseme looking to bring the ball in, and he fires it all the way down the field to Rothenberg on the crease, and Rothenberg has a hat trick in the first quarter. What a pass!
With 3 seconds left in the first quarter, what an amazing pass by Roseme. I saw him gearing up for that. I wasn't sure exactly what he was trying to do, but he just whips it down the field, finds Rothenberg open right outside the circle, and Rothenberg has the easiest goal of his life right there.
I mean, that was a phenomenal pass from Roseme. You know, you and I both know Nikos. He's in our Middle East class, and, you know, he's the silent assassin. You know, he doesn't say much in the class, but he gets it done on the field. I mean, a beautiful toss there. Looked like shades of Tom Brady. And, you know, Staples, very quick score there to extend the lead here as they line up for the faceoff. And the faceoff will be won by Jay Anastasi, but there was a scruff for it, and there goes the quarter.
Yeah, I mean, even on the field of silent assassin, nobody expected that pass with 3 seconds left.
I mean, Nikos, all in all, definitely a strong first quarter for Staples. I think a weaker first quarter from Iona than we were expecting. But, you know, what is Staples doing right so far? What do you think Staples is doing right now?
I think it's really the face-offs are really important right now. They lost the first one, but after that they just keep winning and winning and winning, and that just keeps the ball out of Iona's hands. They only really had 3 or 4 possessions this quarter, so that you can't really do much with those possessions. And even on their possessions, they weren't really taking care of the ball well. I mean, that shot when Kozakowski passed it up, that's an okay shot, but you'd like to kind of try to get a clean shot if you're down a few goals because you really need that goal, and you don't want to allow a fast break back.
Absolutely, and you know, you and I both know that when it comes to face-offs, last year for Staples, when face-offs were almost like a given, like they were going to get that ball because they had Henry Dodge, the Vermont commit, in there, they were a little bit more excited to head into that crease. But, you know, now there is a little of a battle for the position right now between Jay Anastasi and Cisco Soleto. You know, definitely 2 great Fogos in their own right, but they don't really match Henry Dodge's skill because, I mean, that's a kind of a generational talent there. So that's definitely something that you thought may be lacking going into the season, but clearly Staples is showing that after that first one, they're able to hold control right now. They're winning the clamps. It may not be as pretty as we're used to seeing on this Staples field when it comes to face-offs from the Wreckers, but it gets the job done, and that's all that matters. Soleto was almost able to capitalize there on a fast break on his own. I mean, Staples is really holding true to the lacrosse talent and the high level that we expect on both sides of the ball because we're talking about their attack, but, I mean, Nikos, could we talk about their defense? They're putting on a show right now. Defense is applying some amazing pressure to this Iona offense, which is pretty limited with the amount of time they've had.
Yeah, I mean, even in their offensive time, they don't really have that great movement that Staples has had. They don't have those kind of just like those first few moves that open up the space for a pass and a goal. So they really need to work on that and just try to kind of settle the ball down a little bit, get it to your best players, let your best players play the game, and let your best players win the game for you.
Absolutely. And, you know, there are definitely some stars on the defensive side of the ball for the Wreckers. You've got Neal and you've got Norris right now doing the bulk of the work that we've seen so far. 2 very, very talented defenders. As the faceoff goes, and it's won by Anastasi, wins the clamp, but loses the ball. Iona picks it up. Tapia, the midi, and Iona bringing the ball down now. Lots of pressure on him from Mikey Nealon. Keeps possession, and he's looking to pass the ball, and he passes the ball to Bill Haggerty. And Haggerty just holding. Haggerty passes the ball back. Iona holding the ball at the top. Brandon Blank looking to get something going here. And he passes down to number 22, Dylan Reese. Dylan Reese passes to X. And the X-Man passes to Bill Haggerty. And they're playing a big game of catch right now, Iona's attackers. Ring around the rosy around the goal. Ball's now at X. And he swings it. Lots of ball movement here coming from Iona. Ball is now held at the top by number 17, Luke Pascherda, trying to put the moves on. Iona very hesitant to find a shot here as the man from X finally decides to make a move, the freshman. Ball continues to be passed around. Number 14, Crew Davis, holding the ball right now.
Yeah, they just cannot find any open space. Staples is playing really well right now on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. And the freshman for Iona looking to come around. Doesn't have the shot. Tim Plunkett. Plunkett dishes it off to Sal Panacirella. Oh, and Roseme loses the stick. He has to get subbed off very quickly. Couldn't pick it up. Couldn't play defense. And the ball's now in the hands of Brendan Blank. Brendan Blank trying to get something going right now. And he passes the ball to Crew Davis. Crew Davis back to Blank.
Wonder if that stick's broken. Yeah, it looks like it's broken, so he couldn't pick it back up.
It's a tough break for Roseme there. As Iona rips a shot, and it's deflected by Scott Kozakowski, but he gets the rebound, and he comes back around and scores. Number 22 for Iona, Dylan Reese, the senior.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate goal for the Wreckers. That really they're playing so well. Then Roseme's stick, it looks like the head just flew off, and like the defense just becomes discombobulated. In that, a nice move by Reese to get the initial shot. Then he just stays with it, picks it back up, and tosses it in the top corner.
It really does, because normally, Roseme would just pick up a stick, get right back to playing his good defense, but then he had to sub off, and, it took a second for first Roseme having to get off, and then Ben Libman stepping into the game. As a lineup for the faceoff, and Soletto wins another one, showing off in the day, and they're going quick, and it's to Clark, and it's a quick goal for the Staples Wreckers from number 9 for the Staples Wreckers.
Believe that is
ball got to Cisco Soletto. He scooped the ball past it, and it got back to Soletto. Wow. That seems like that's got to be some kind of a design play. I mean, that was great thing from Soletto. Came down, picked up the ball, went quickly, found Clark, and Clark knew that his guy was going to be open in just seconds.
Yeah, we kind of lost track of him up here in the commentary box. We weren't sure who that was. Just a great passing play, and Soletto slips backdoor for an easy goal.
Absolutely, and this faceoff not as clean as Tapia. Oh, gets mauled, though, but Iona ends up with the ball if they manage to scoop it. But number 11 for Iona is getting harassed, Blaze New. And there's a penalty, so Staples will get possession. Soletto coming off the field. Roseme back on the field with a new stick, picks up the ball and brings it in for the Wreckers. Ball is being brought down right now by number 22, Preston Norris. Heaves it to Roseme. Roseme now on the attacking side with the long pole. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout called for the Staples Wreckers. I mean, I can kind of understand that. They're definitely in a position where they don't want to be because they have Roseme on the attacking half, but Roseme's in there with the long pole. I don't know if you really trust him with the shots all the time on that.
Yeah, Roseme's in there with a new long pole, too, because he just broke the old one, so not used to that stick. So just settle it down a little bit. Maybe set up a set play here. We'll see what they come out with, though.
Absolutely, and one of the best things is when you're having a set play with the Wreckers, you have all these weapons, that you're used to. Are you going to have the ball be in Tyler Clark's hand? Are you going to have him take the shot? Are you going to have the ball be in Ben Burmeister's hand? Are you going to have him take the shot? You give it to Leo Sequenza. You could even give it to Charlie Iannone, or you can give it to the hot hand right now, Gavin Rothenberg. If you're setting up a set play right now, you got to get the balance between skill and what they're not expecting. Who are you giving the ball to?
I mean, I think Gavin Rothenberg right now, you got to give it to the hot hand. And, I mean, his first goal, he obviously has the power in the shot today, just rips that top corner, no chance for the goalie. So I think you try to get Leo Sequenzia dancing a little bit, have him find Gavin Rothenberg open somewhere on the field, and just have Gavin rip it.
I mean, yeah, Gavin Rothenberg, he's been showing out, too. A lot of his shots have been tough angles from the corner, but he still manages to put them in. And it's been a rough day for Rocco Portanti, the goalie for Iona. I don't know if it's the chrome helmets that kind of make it hard for him to see where the ball is on the field that they're wearing, but definitely not his best showing when it's come to making saves.
Yeah, I think it's tough. Just a lot of the shots that have been on him are just open shots from kind of right in front of him, which are always tough to make as a lacrosse goalie.
And the ball's in with Rothenberg at X. And he's looking to put the moves on his defender, passes out. And the bounce shot coming in from Ben Burmeister, but it's properly deflected by Portanti. Ball stays in possession of the Wreckers, though. And Tyler Clark brings it in at X. Tyler Clark with the fancy feet, putting moves on his defenders. Oh, and he just had Iona with the step-down shot, but he just missed his stick.
Yeah, that Iona defender crashed down, and Iona was wide open in front of the net.
They left themselves exposed. Staples looking to put the moves on from X. Spin move. Another spin move. Almost hit the third spin move, but Tyler Clark picks up the ball, and he passes to Rothenberg. Rothenberg taking his time with the ball. And Rothenberg holding the ball at X. Stops for a second. Passes the ball to Adam Udell. Adam Udell just holding the ball in the end zone. Looking to get something going. And he's making a move on his defender. Spins back. Spins again. Passes Tyler Clark at the top. Leo Sequenzia in front of the goal with a step down. Ripped by Portanti in net. Again, just to add on to the rough day he's been having. Beautiful shot from Sequenzia there.
Yeah, it's a great shot. I mean, I think you need Portante to have one now. You just need to either win a faceoff or get a save. You just need a possession and a goal right now for Iona. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a timeout right now because they really need to calm their guys down before this becomes a blowout.
And, the goalie gets a lot of blame for it, but, it really comes down to the defensive performance that'll dictate because, you shoot on a goalie, he'll save a couple, but when it's just an open shot, it's very difficult to be a goalie and make those saves.
Yeah, and I think you need to just get like a decent play. Like you need one of your long pulls to kind of knock a ball out and just get a ground ball because they were getting the ball out of Staples' sticks, but they're just not getting the ground balls.
Absolutely, and Anastasi wins the faceoff but gets the ball taken from his stick. Tapia having the ball right now, and Iona swinging around. Ball's in Portanti's net. Portanti fires a hefty shot to Crew Davis. Crew Davis, the midi, looking to bring it down. He's getting mauled by Staples right now, so he has to clear the ball. Right now, Sam Panasarilla had the ball, but Iona could not clear the ball in time. So they're looking to go. Staples looked to go quick. So what happened there, ladies and gentlemen, is Iona could not clear the ball past their halfway in time. So Staples was able to pick up his possession. Rothenberg picked it up quick, was looking to get going quick, but managed to get deflected. Called a timeout. Coach K just was able to save his team there from a not-so-great mess up there. But I like the idea from Staples there. When you're going quick and Iona's struggling, you got to keep hammering them. You got to keep going quick. You got to keep them on their toes because if you give them time to recover, that's when the game is you're going to lose your edge on the game.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like a backcourt violation in basketball there.
Yeah.
And they just tried to get it going a little bit too fast, so I think not everybody was completely ready. So great play by Coach Kaczynski just to calm everybody down and maybe get a set play here right now.
Absolutely. And Staples, definitely as the game's gone on, they've picked up the pace in which they're getting the ball around, picked up the pace in which they're choosing plays, choosing shots. Definitely has been a little bit of a slower paced game, but you kind of see themselves getting more and more comfortable on the field. We have yet to see that from Iona yet. Iona, when they get their offense, they try to be a little bit more methodical, and you can't blame them because they are putting the ball in the net. They do have 2 goals, but that is only on maybe 3 or 4 shots where they are taking that methodical approach. But at some point, you do have to decide that we got to go for volume right now. That's really going to be the difference. We can't just keep going for good shots. We're going to have to make a lot of shots when you have a 5-goal deficit right here with 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think they got to play more physical. You saw them trying to bring the ball up, and immediately 3 Staples defenders crashed down on them physically, and Iona's just not doing that right now.
Absolutely, but Iona does get the ball out of the timeout. Plays new, having the ball, and he passes out to the other side of the field to Crew Davis. Crew Davis bringing the ball up, getting mauled right now by the Staples defender, but gets by. And he's looking to pass the ball around, and he passes the ball to Brendan Blank. And then Blank over to Plunkett. Plunkett at X. Plunkett passes back to Haggerty. Ball is now in the hand of New. Pass to Tapia, and now it is in the hand of Blank. Passes to X. Bill Haggerty holding the ball on the side. And Iona just having a nice game of catch again as they return back to their form of just passing the ball around and looking for a good shot. Looks like Tapia trying to make a move right now on the defender. Passes to X. Plunkett at X. Looks to put a move on the defender. Goes about 20 yards back with the step down. Scotty K with the save. And
Oh, here we go.
Rutgers are looking to go quick. Ball is in the hands of Preston Norris right now. Preston Norris, the long pull, passes to Tyler Clark. Tyler Clark to the middle of the field. Shot from the Staples Wreckers, and what a save from Iona right there.
Oh, right, a turnover right back to Staples.
Max Murillo was very close to the crease there with a great shot, but just managed to get saved. It was a great save from Portanti, but he's going to have to do it again as Iona loses the ball in a matter of seconds. Tyler Clark holding the ball at the top right now. Staples making the adjusted subs they need with now Ione holding it at the top.
And here comes Burmeister.
Burmeister, the Notre Dame commit, and I know it's definitely going to be looking for a good shot right now. You don't need to start just piling in scores right now. You just have to actually be making them. That's what's important. It's not just about shooting the ball. It's about shooting it right when you have a 5-goal lead. And they're just looking to pass the ball around. Tyler Clark holding it at X, taking his time.
Yeah, I mean, 6 minutes left in the first half. You can take your time now. You're up 5 goals.
Absolutely.
It's really Iona that's got to kind of capitalize on any fast break or kind of just get a quick move to the net.
Absolutely. And it looks like Iona's trying to make a move. He's running down. Looks to find Schaefer in the middle of the field, but falls out of his stick, and the ball is now in the hands of the Iona Gales. The Gales are going to bring it down.
Yeah, Schaefer wasn't expecting a bounce pass from Iona.
Yeah, he was not ready for that. Blaze knew the midi, looking to take it down. It's now in the hands of the long pole, Will Scala. Scala bringing it down the right side of the field. Looking to get something going, but it's very hard to cradle with a long pole, and he looks like he's getting mauled a little bit there. So Iona's going to make the right decision and take a timeout to save Will Scala from any sense of embarrassment if he lost the ball there. But yeah, great play there from Staples. You know, they were just looking to get that bounce pass, but Schaefer just wasn't ready for it. Definitely a harder pass to catch. But, I mean, Nikos, I don't know about you, but it looks like Staples still just doing all the right things.
Yeah, I mean, even when they mess up and, like, get a shot on net that doesn't go in, like, they just get the ball right back. So there's not much that they're doing wrong right now if you're doing that. And up 5 goals. I don't know if you slow down the pace a little bit. You want to kind of just keep on Iona a little bit, but maybe just kind of slow down a little bit. Maybe don't make that bounce pass. Maybe turn back around, try to make a better pass. Just look for the best opportunity every time just because you have the kind of ability to do that because you're up by 5 goals.
Absolutely. And do you think, like what do you think Iona is doing wrong right now?
I mean, I think it's really just physicality, like on the defensive side of the ball. Like they're just not getting the ball like from Staples when Staples is on offense. And I think the faceoffs as well. I don't think they've won a faceoff for a while. I mean, Anastasia and Salado have been on top of it since that first faceoff. But it's really the 2 key points are really faceoffs and kind of physicality when playing defense because they got to start knocking the ball out if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely. Iona is definitely going to have to keep the ball, but also just they got to not be scared to take some shots right now because they are trying to edge into this lead, and it looks like they're a little bit hesitant to make moves on defenders. But, like, you can't score a goal if you don't shoot it. And that's the kind of mentality they need to have right now is they're bringing the ball in for Blank. And Blank passes the ball back to X, passes it around to Haggerty. I mean, it's just deja vu. It's the same thing we've seen in possessions past right now.
Yeah, just like
Tapia.
No movement. They're just like standing on the perimeter and passing the ball around, and it's just going around and around and around. Like you got to have someone who steps in and makes a move to try to just open up some space.
Absolutely, and there's no possible way that one of these guys on the field cannot make a move right now, as it looks like one of them is going to. Bill Haggerty. Haggerty with the step down on net, puts it in, and the goal is good. Looks like he may have, I don't even know. There's a little bit of confusion there from the refs, but goal is good. Great move there by Haggerty. And he did exactly what we were talking about, right? He sped up the offensive process because they can wait 3 minutes and take a shot and have it go in, but there isn't enough game left for that to be the option right now if you want to win the game and you're Iona.
Yeah, and based on how they're doing on faceoffs, they really just got to kind of just step in, try to score, and just hope that their faceoff guy can just win a few. That's really what they need.
Absolutely, and Tapia, who is their Fogo, he's also their midi. He stays in the game a good amount. Not something you always see. He's not just a specialist. But Tapia not having his best day either as Anastasia wins the clamp, wins the ball, and he's getting swarmed a little bit, but he was going to pass out to Schaefer, but now he has a run.
Nice
he's running towards
there.
the net, looking to find someone, and he passes over to Rothenberg. And Rothenberg to Schaefer. Schaefer with the spin move. And the shot, the sophomore, Schaefer. I mean, what a shot.
Yeah, that's a great goal there.
Beautiful spin move, step down right into Portanti's face. I mean, he couldn't save that if he wanted to. And great placement there. All around, that was a phenomenal play from Staples.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what Iona can do there besides win the faceoff, but just like that's just an amazing goal. And I mean, just a great spin move, just to plant the right foot, kind of spin to the left foot, and just get that shot while falling down. And nothing that Iona's goalie can do in that one.
Absolutely. And they're getting ready for another face-off.
Yeah, that's Crew Davis and their different faceoff guy.
Yep. And Soletto, a little bit of a harder time for him. Loses the clamp, but they managed to get the ball. Mikey Nealon, the LSM, scoops it up, and he's bringing it down. This is the clearance man. Soletto instead gives the ball to Udell. Udell bringing it down the right, and he passes to Eigen. There's a play call coming in from the Staples sideline. Sounded to be Yukon. Let's see what Yukon is going to cook up right now.
Yeah, I think that's Sequenzia coming in. Oop.
And Sequenzia almost loses it. Picks up the ball again off the pass from Burmeister, and he's looking to do something. Putting a run on the defender. Oh, that would have been a nice shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
he wound up for that one. Wound up on the left side. Was a tight angle, and he just missed. But Staples, no harm done as they retain possession.
That's honestly one of the kind of the shots from the outside that Staples has taken today. Kind of lower probability shot.
And Sequenzia, look, almost went back to the same exact thing. Instead finds Eigen. Eigen on the crease, hits top pipe. And Staples will retain possession again because Rothenberg was the closest. I mean, you almost want to hope Iona gets a break at some point, right? Because Staples' positioning is just so much better that on these missed shots, they're getting the ball every single time. Because they don't want to contest Tyler Clark at X, so they can't even make a fighting chance to keep possession when it goes out of bounds. Because as you know, whoever's closest when the ball goes out of bounds out on a shot is who gets the ball. And Udell passes. Rothenberg step down from Eigen, and he gets stuffed by Portanti. Looking to go for the ball, but Portanti manages to keep it. He's looking to go for a quick clearance here. Scala passes the ball to the middle of the field, and it's going to be scooped up by Plunkett. And
Plunkett make a run to the
go
net
for a
here.
charge on the net, and he puts it just over Kozakowski. Beautiful shot there.
Oh yeah, that went in.
Yeah, it went
I
in.
wasn't sure about that for a second.
There, I wasn't sure either, but Iona started celebrating. So like, okay, they got a goal there. Beautiful shot right there for Plunkett. I mean, came in, switched. He had to fight a little bit of pressure, but he came in, switched hands, got the lefty drop right over Kozakowski. I mean, that's the kind of smart shot you want. And with Iona, there's something like that where they speed up their play. That almost gives them a little bit of hope going into the later half of the game, as we only have about 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
But that's that kind of that's the liability from playing aggressive and so physical, kind of near the 50 line, near the halfway line, is that when it bounces and you don't get that bounce, those attackers behind you can just pick it up, and you got a little bit of a free run to the net. Obviously not completely free, but that's what happens. It's just kind of a little bit of a downside from playing so aggressive.
Absolutely. As a lineup for the face-off. Tapia back in at Fogo, and it looks to be a penalty on Soletto on the face-off. So going early, Iona gets the ball. And right now, it's coming down the field in the hands of Blaise New. Blaise New dishes it to Haggerty. Haggerty rolls the ball over to Blank.
Wonder if that was intentional or just an accident.
I would imagine. And Iona back to their game of catch, but it looks like Plunkett's going to try to do something from X. Instead, he backs out, dishes the ball again. Ball's in the hands of Blank. And then Blank passes it over to Matt Plunkett. Ball's back in the hands of Matt Plunkett. No threat right now as he's trying to put the moves on the defender. Nothing going yet. Backing down. And a fiery shot there from Matt Plunkett. Was backing down the defender there, but nothing going for him either. And it looks like Staples is looking to clear the ball quickly. Kozakowski coming out of net.
Hey, he does like to come out. He scored a pretty legendary goalie goal a few years ago. So.
And Cam Pryor in right now, the sophomore, passes to Rothenberg. Passing around again, Eigen to Clark. And it looks like Cam Pryor's going to come off the field. Schaefer's going to come on.
Yeah, here comes Burmeister too.
Yep, and Tyler Clark's taking his time. Giving it to Burmeister, giving it to his maestro man, the Burmese Python, holding it right by the 50-yard line right now, looking to get something going. Gives it to Ione. Ione, nothing going yet. Not trying to make a move. Passes over to Clark. Clark surveying the field right now. Behind net. And it's a little stutter step. Trying to keep his defender on the toes there. Scala And a little screen step for him. He's coming around the side. And that was a shot. That was a pass to Rothenberg. Rothenberg with the shot deflected. Iona was there, so they will get possession.
Yeah, they finally get one.
Quick ball movement there. And Iona getting the ball in. Maybe trying to go quickly again as they're bringing down the field right now. Blaze New, the midi. He's trying to get some support right now to go with him. And he dishes the ball to the long pole, number 44, Ryan Lunston. Lunston heaves it across the field to Scala and misses his stick. That is not the kind of mistake you can have right now if you're Iona. You cannot just be tossing away
possessions.
And Staples is going to bring it in. Udell dishes to Burmeister. Burmeister bringing the ball down. A little bit of pep in his step. Brings it back around. Looking for another opportunity to do something with the ball right now as the time is winding down. 35 seconds left.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just hold and kind of wait for the last shot like you see in basketball.
Absolutely. And, play call came in from the Staples sideline. Maybe they're trying to get something going right now. Leo Sequenzia just taking his time, though, just holding the ball. Definitely trying to get the last shot right now. They're telling him to go. They're telling him to make a move. They're telling him to do something. Tyler Clark with the ball at X, and he's putting the moves on the defender. Spin move. Ball is checked from his stick, but he gets it back. Passes to Burmeister. Burmeister with 8 seconds on the clock. He's coming in. He winds up, and he just misses. 4 seconds left, and it looks like Staples is going to get possession. They're going to have a chance to try to make something happen as soon as they bring the ball in. Eigen passes to Clark. Clark rips it and just misses, and that is going to be the quarter, and that is going to be the half right now. Staples up 8-4. Nikos, I'll let you take it away, but what I've kind of seen so far is it looks like Staples is getting in their groove, getting into their rhythm, when Iona is not, and that's kind of what it appears to be. But let's hear your take on that.
Yeah, I think so. I think Staples is just playing so well. Their offense is just so fluid because you just have so many great players on that offense. Like you have 5 or 6 guys that if you get it to them with an open shot, it's likely a goal 90% of the time, and that's just so dangerous to have. And then on defense, you just have some physical players like Roseme. You got a lot of football players back there actually, and that physicality, it's just kind of strangling Iona. Like Iona can't bring the ball up a lot of the time. Like they've had so many mistakes because of that physicality, and that's just killing them right now.
Absolutely, and we're going to send it back over for a quick break. Back to the studio. We'll be back in just about 10 minutes when the other half is underway, and we'll see you guys then. All right, perfect. Play-by-play is so painful in this game. No one does anything. Like, what am I even supposed to say when Iona's just passing the ball around?
You don't even know their names.
What?
You don't even know their names.
I don't know any of
I
their
can do
names.
play-by-play for a little bit.
Do you want to run play-by-play?
Yeah, I can.
I've never run play-by-play in lacrosse before. That's why I did color for like 2 years. My color's pretty good, but I was gonna try playing like
It's brutal when they just pass her. It's just like a big circle too.
Their main players though, for you, if you run play-by-play in the second half.
I think I can get them just from this because they're all their numbers are between 10 and 20.
That's the thing. That was the thing. Is for me, they have the 20s on a different page.
Oh,
yeah, do it, so that's why it was annoying. So
because I'll have it like this, and I'll have most of their numbers up there.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
These kids don't really play, I think.
Because I had to go here because I would have guys like New, Blank, and Crew Davis are the main ones, and then it goes to Tim Flunk who's 20, but then they have Dylan Reese who's 22 who scored their goals.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
had to change things to see how it's so annoying. Staples play their championship game?
Yeah, no, I was in the studio for those ones.
Which when they played
Yeah,
St. Bernard? Yeah, I called the Bloomfield one. Or whatever it was. Bro, that game was actually good. I'd never heard of fucking Waterbury Career Academy.
Oh, they were good.
They were tough. Oh my god.
I thought that was like the small school championship too or something like that.
Yeah, they had this kid named Dasani Yates who was he was like 6'3", and he averaged 1.2 points on the season, but he averaged like 15 boards. He averaged 15 boards and 5 blocks, and all he would do was just defense. That was his whole thing. But he was disgusting. Oh my god, bro.
Just stand there on offense.
He would have wide open layups sometimes, like where he'd literally just be under the hoop like this, and he could just go up and you just pass. Like he has no offense whatsoever. Oh, it's Jarvis.
There actually is some good basketball in Connecticut.
Oh, there totally is.
Like what's it called? Somebody from Bristol is like on UConn getting minutes in the tournament.
So Donovan Clingan went to Bristol Central. He's on UConn right now. Last year, if Staples won one additional game in the state championship, he would have played. Zajac would have played Donovan Clingan.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we were hyping that shit up so much. We wanted to see that so bad. That would have been that would have been really probably horrible for Chris Zajac.
Yeah,
that would have been really fun to see. No, he's a dog. Also, like the dudes, the guys who won the state championship this year, East Catholic, they what's it called? They play like teams from California. Like they play like competitive
they're like
basketball. Yeah. So the championship was East Catholic versus like Northwest Catholic or something like that. They're really, really good. Let's go! Rugby Flicks just dropped.
Oh man, it took them so long to do the hockey ones.
Did hockey get flicks?
Like
did you guys have a photographer?
Sitchin Beather's dad would do it, but he would take like 2 weeks to like.
Is Sitchin on the team?
No, his dad's just a photographer. So they would like hire him to do it, and then it would take him like 2 weeks to like just find it.
Is it loading? I got the worst turf burn I think I've ever had in my life. I got turf burn during the Greenwich game. It was like the worst I had in my life. But now it reopened, but now it's like bruised.
Oh,
dude,
no.
it's so bad. Staples are so much less entertaining than it was last year. It was actually kind of. What'd you say?
I watched a few games last year. I don't remember.
It was really exciting last year because the teams would actually like do shit. Like it's because they were like really because they were just really good. Like Charlie Howard, like they would put on like 20+ goal games. Like they would have like 15 goals in the first quarter.
Interesting to see. I think Virgin Catholic will probably like be a good game.
No way, Marcus is in that. No way. Warming up right now. Why is he wearing number 18? On the roster. Hello.
I know. I mean, this is something that Devin got. So this was like an email. So I don't think it has everybody.
Oh yeah, well he also just got added to the varsity roster because Josh was hurt, so it's fun.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna play?
Yeah, I can run play.
Lord.
See how it goes.
I'm starting to get cauliflower ear from rugby, and I like cannot wear this headset without it hurting. Should I tell Evan to send it back? I'll tell him when the quarter starts. I'll tell him when the quarter starts.
Yeah, they're coming out.
You want to lead it in?
Yeah, I can lead it.
Word. I'm gonna send it back in a second. As soon as Iona breaks their huddle, I'm gonna send it back.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back to WWPT 90.3 FM for the second half of Staples Lacrosse versus Iona Prep.
Hold on. I'm not getting anything. Check. Oh, wait. Check. And we are back.
Welcome back to WWPT 90.3 FM. We're back for the second half of Staples Lacrosse versus Iona Prep. Obviously, great first half for Staples, so we're about to get going. So Jay Anastasia is going to face off for us. And Iona Prep gets that one. That looked like Christian Tapia in there. Oh, great play by Jay Anastasia to get it right back. Right down to Gavin Rothenberg. Finds thing that's not sure number 6 is. That's Dixon Shearer. His first
senior.
goal.
Beautiful shot there from Dixon Shearer. Got the ball down from Rothenberg. Station ID. Pardon our station idea there, but beautiful shot right there. Beautiful idea from Staples. Quick play from Jay Anastasia. Get the ball back, gives it to Gavin Rothenberg. Gavin Rothenberg, perfect pass over to Dixon Shearer, and they managed to put the ball in. And that makes the score 9-4 Staples right now, right in the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, Cisco's going to be out there for this face-off. Manages to dig it out. Might get a shot at net here as he brings it down. Tries to give it to Tyler Clark, gets it off the bounce. Clark looking for a pass. Gives it out to number 20. That's Adam Udell, the sophomore. Ben Burmeister's in there. Gives it back to Clark. Clark looking. Snaps over to Rothenberg. Gets the shot up, but nice save by number 5, Rocco Portante. So Iona Prep's going to bring it up with the long pole.
That was a great stick side up save from Portante there. Something we haven't seen too much of yet today from him.
Yeah, almost a mistake there, actually. A little bit of a bounce off that pass on a clean pass. But Blaze New is going to bring it down. Just going to settle it down a little bit. Flip it off to number 20, Tim Plunkett, who's going to bring it around. Just brings it back to the X, tries to calm it down a little bit. He's going to pass it back, bring it around. Number 34, Matt Plunkett up at the top. Over to Blaze New. Back across to Dylan Reese. So that's Billy Haggerty. Then just back up to Brandon Blank. Over to Blaze New again. He's going to try to make a little bit of a move. Just going to give it back to Tim Plunkett from the X's. He's going to try to come around the cage. Finds. Nice save by Kozakowski there. He found Dylan Reese right in front, but great save by Kozakowski. Looks like number 22 on Staples, Preston Norris, is going to trap that down, and Kozakowski's able to pick it up. Just gives it out to Preston Norris. A lot of space, actually. Just kind of walk the ball up. Finds Adam Udell in the middle of the field, over the 40. Just going to try to make a little bit of a move. Just kind of calms it down. He's going to find Clark at the X. Clark's going to try to, defender's playing really, really tight on this one. Clark's going to try to just sidestep by him, but just brings it back down. Comes around the net. Can't find anybody in front, so he's just going to bring it out again and settle it. He's going to find Burmeister up top. Burmeister's going to find Charlie Ione. Charlie Ione kind of jogging it down. No pressure from Iona right now. Charlie Ione's going to try to make a little bit of a sidestep here. Finds Rothenberg. Rothenberg tries to fight Sequenzia, but it bounces off Sequenzia's stick, and Iona's going to recover there and bring it back down. Might get a little bit of a fast break here, but Burmeister's back on defense to kind of shut down that fast break. Misstep from Iona there, and Sequenzia is going to get this ground ball.
Lots of changing possessions right now.
Yeah, it's with a crazy start. Sequenzia's going to make a move. Sequenzia has shot, gets blocked. Oh my God. Looks like number 6, Dixon Schurter, almost picked that up and just kind of popped it in off the rebound from Sequenzia's shot. But Sequenzia's shot initially blocked. Dixon Schurter picks it up and tries to put it in, but goes over the Iona Prep net.
And that's a shot that Shearer's going to want back there. I mean, that was You really can't get a better look than that in lacrosse. Right up on the net, had a one-on-one with the goalie, just put it a little bit over. Unfortunate, and he definitely wishes he could go back in time and put that one in.
Yeah, a little bit of a crazy play there. He picks it up off the Iona Prep defender's body. So Burmeister's going to be up top. Just gives it over to Adam Udell. Adam Udell gets played physically by the Iona Prep defender. Gets by him, though. He's going to look for a pass, maybe. Oh, a flag thrown by the referee.
Laundry on the field.
Clark finds Rothenberg. Nice save by Rocco Portante. But flag on the field, so see what the call is.
See what the refs have to say about this. There's laundry on the field. Calls some kind of a penalty, and it's going to be on. Looking to see who goes over to take a knee right now. As I think Staples will be getting a power play here.
Yeah, it's got to be on number 9. It looks like the long pole.
Anwar Abiru.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it is not
Maybe
on number
not.
9. It's on number 25, Patrick Murray, I believe, who's taking a knee right now.
Udell just sidestepped him, and he must have come down on it, come down on his head with that long pole when Udell was trying to run by him.
Some kind of an illegal contact there. But, the last thing you want to do right now is give Staples a man-up play.
Yeah, Burmeister here. Gives over to number 5. Back to Burmeister. Over to Schaefer. Back to Clark. Back to Schaefer. Back to Rothenberg. Back to Schaefer. Back to Burmeister. Whistles on the field. Not sure. I think that's Iona Prep ball. I'm not sure what happened there.
Some kind of a violation, it appears, but Iona Prep getting a free possession here.
Yeah, it might have been a circle violation there. Number 6, Jack Kinder is going to try to bring it up, but nice trap by Staples here. Gives it back to the long pole, number 21, Sam Palasina. Back to Staples. Really harsh check on Burmeister's got the ball, bringing it down. Back to Clark up top. Clark down to Ione. Back to Clark. Back to Burmeister. Looking for a pass into the middle here. Gives it over to Rothenberg. Rothenberg gives it to Schaefer. Back to Burmeister. Just a lot of passing going on here. Not much kind of whistles on the field. It's Iona Prep ball again.
Looks like Staples is making their fair share of mistakes. This half looks like a little bit of a inverse from what we saw last half, as it was all Iona Prep with the stupid mistakes, the forced turnovers. This is what changes the tide of the game right here. And if Iona Prep can capitalize, they might be able to put a little bit of a hole in this 5-goal deficit they're in right now.
Plunkett's going to give it around to Billy Haggerty. Up top to Luke Pacintra. Back to Dylan Reese. Back to Tim Plunkett at the X. Back over to Billy Haggerty. Back up to Pacintra again. Back to number 14, Crew Davis. He's going to look for a move there, but just gives it back to Plunkett at the X. Just going to drive. Tries to dish it in front, but nobody home in front. Whistles from the referees. Staples ball on that one.
And it looked like, Plunkett had the right idea there. He was looking for the pass from X. That's what you want, because that's how he'll get the step down on Kozakowski there. Maybe get a free goal, but, it was unfortunate he couldn't connect on that pass.
Yeah, there were 2 Iona players in front, but just completely missed the pass. So Kozakowski's just going to walk this one out to midfield with really no opposition right now. He's going to find Preston Norris with the long pole on the attacking side of the field over to Schaefer in the middle. Preston Norris is going to stay on that side of the field. A little bit at least. Now he comes back. Clark's just going to hold on to it. Schaefer's going to hold on to it. Looks like Staples is going to try to set up some offense here, kind of get some substitutions on. Schaefer gives it over to number 20, Adam Udell. Oh, Udell with a little bit of a miss pass to Schaefer, and Iona should get the ball here, but it's going to be a tough. Staples gets it back. That was a tough play for that Iona player, really, just with the long pole, 2 Staples attackers coming after him, and he just loses the ball there. So Clark's going to bring it in from the back line.
Definitely not the easiest situation there for the Iona defender.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss pass from Udell to Schaefer, but Clark's going to try to come around the X shot, but gets blocked by a Iona defender. So Staples retains possession, so Udell's going to bring it back from the X. Passes it to Clark.
Staples must be approaching double the amount of at least productive attacking possessions that Iona has with not if you get rid of throwaways and other nonsense.
Yeah, so Clark's just going to walk it around here. Really no pressure for Staples to rush anything right now. 5 goals in the third quarter. Clark's just going to look for an opening there. Gives out in front. Shot that misses the net, but Staples will retain possession. Looked like number 8, I believe, Alex Fiala with his first shot of the game. Nice pass from Clark. Adam Udell tries to make a little bit of a move. Gets to the middle. Gives it back to number 17. Shot misses the net. It's Cameron Pryor. That was a nice shot, though. Kind of low bound shot, looking for a bottom corner. Nice play by Udell to get it to Pryor for an open shot.
And, Staples, they can just keep firing away if they really want to. If they're going to keep getting possession, I mean, they're productively time wasting, which is kind of an oxymoron.
Yeah. And Rothenberg tried to find Pryor there on that cut. That was a nice cut from Pryor. Just couldn't hold on to it and just put it in the net. But Iona's going to bring it up here with a long pull. Finds number 11, Blaze New. Blaze New with 3 Staples defenders around him. Flag gets thrown. Manages to hold the ball until then. But Norris picks it up, and that flag is going to be served out.
And with Laundra in the field, it looks like that offense is obviously going to go against Staples there, as the defenders were mauling Blaze New right there. And looks like for the power play, the guy who's going to be in the box as of right now for Staples is number 17.
I think that's Cam Pryor. I mean, nice job by Blaze New to hold on to it through that. He managed to make it through most of that.
That was
3
impressive.
Staples defenders kind of crashing down at him pretty physically. His referee's flag just flew out right away. Looks like Dylan and Reese with the ball. Just kind of set up a little bit, calm down. Back up to Blaze New. Back to number 4, Christian Tapia. Back to Blaze New. Back to Tapia. Tapia is going to look to get a shot here. Gives it back to Dylan Reese, who misses the net on a shot, but Iona's going to retain possession here. Back up to Tapia. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Over to Reese. Back to Tapia. Over to Blank. Back to Tapia at the top. Tapia to the middle. Blaze New almost got one there. Nice pass by Tapia, and Blaze New was open right in front of the net, but he couldn't kind of just stuff it home past Kozakowski.
It looks like Staples is going to be able to get the possession here. And, one thing I've been seeing, just watching this game, seeing 2 high-level lacrosse teams is I think these goalies really don't get enough credit, Nikos. Some of the best players in the high school's games, their shots approach or surpass 100 miles per hour. I mean, it's just impressive what these goalies are able to do.
Yeah, it's impressive that Kozakowski's willing to with an amazing pass as we're talking about him. That's the long pole.
Mikey Nealon.
That's Mikey Nealon, the long pole mini with the goal off that amazing pass by Kozakowski. Finds a midi up the field. The midi finds Nealon cutting back behind Iona's D, and Nealon just stuffs it in.
And, Nikos, one of the best things to do after the Staples Wreckers score a goal, obviously you want to look at the field, but there's one thing you got to do. You got to look at the bench. The Staples Wreckers bench have some of the best celebrations I've seen since the Brooklyn Nets bench. And I got to tell you something. It's special how every single one of these players gets excited for another one of their teammates. Really selfless move, class act from the Staples Wreckers.
Yeah, nice goal by Nealon there. I like to look at the scoreboard, too. They got some funny videos playing of all the players. Nice face-off play by... gets knocked down as a flag comes up. 2 flags come up on the field. Solano won the face-up there. He's going to try to get the shot. Just gets stick-checked as he shoots that, so kind of flies off the net, but looks like Staples will get a power play here.
And fortunately for Staples, as the power play starts for Iona, their power play just ended with Cam Pryor, so now they'll be able to actually take advantage of this man up.
Yeah, I think Staples obviously up 6 goals for Staples now. I think if they score this one, it's going to be pretty tough for Iona to get back in it.
Absolutely, and the guy who is taking the power play right now for Iona is Crew Davis, one of their middies who's definitely done a lot this game, definitely had his name called a fair amount, one of their main facilitators, so that's definitely a big loss for Iona if they're trying to dig a hole in this deficit.
Yeah, I mean, looked like a okay play to just kind of physically sub down Schlada, but obviously the referees didn't play. As Burmeister's going to get this up to Clark at the top, over to Schaefer, over to Rothenberg. Clark cuts in, back to Schaefer, back to Burmeister. Back to Ione. Clark with a shot. Domes Rocco Portante. Really nice passing there. That was pretty smooth. Just kind of just back and forth across. Finds Clark for the open shot. Clark hits Portante in the head. That one definitely hurt.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow, Nikos.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Back to Burmeister. Back to Clark at the top. Back to Schaefer. Over to Rothenberg. Clark cuts in again. Schaefer over to Burmeister. Burmeister's going to whip one. Nice save by Portante there on the bounce shot. So we'll see what Stables does for the trap. He's obviously up a man up. They want to get the ball back right away. So Blank's going to get that. Blank's going to go on a little bit of a run there. Defended by Mikey Nealon. Gets around Nealon. Looking for a pass in front but can't find one. Back to the X. Hands it off. Comes up to Tim Plunkett at the top. Usually we see Plunkett at the X. Interesting to see him at the top. Shaver defends him. Shot. Nice save by Kozakowski. Rebound. Brink looks for that one, but Kozakowski's able to corral it.
Equally great save shot there by Plunkett. I mean, seeing this kid at X all game and then seeing what he's able to do when he has the open space.
Oh, Kozakowski's got to look out. Plunkett's going to pick that up. Open net. And a goal from Plunkett. Kozakowski was looking the wrong way as he walked it up. He's walked it up a few times kind of unopposed, but looked like Plunkett came back on him and just swatted his stick down and took the ball away and open net for him.
Seeing what Plunkett's been able to do, like when he's been out of X, makes me question why he was in X in the first half of this game. Nikos, definitely one of their better players when it comes to athleticism and shot taking. I don't quite understand why you're sticking him back into a position where he can't fully use his skill set. Didn't make the most sense, but looks like they're finally understanding how they can use him now.
Yeah, and I think obviously 10-5 right now, but I'd like to see them kind of rotate him back around. I think Sable's got him used to him being back at X, but I'd like to see how they kind of decide to defend him with a midi because he just went right around Schaefer there and got a great shot on Kozakowski.
I mean, me personally, I would really like to see some of the other Staples attackers get involved in this attacking game. I want to see Burmeister and Ione get their share in the shot taking.
Yeah, as Anastasia brings it up. Staples won that faceoff, lost the ball, regained the ball, and he's looking for kind of a rough play there. He loses the ball to number 11, Blaze New. Tries to find the long pole, Will Scalia, but really physical interaction there. And looks like Iona's going to get the... Maybe Iona? I'm not sure.
Nah, Staples, you can get the ball. Burmeister picks it up.
Burmeister's going to bring it in. Finds Clark. Nice pass. Just get over the midfield line. Clark's just content to kind of hold onto the ball a little bit. 50 seconds left in the quarter, so wonder if they'll hold for last shot here. Might get a little bit of passing around just to waste some time. As that's Cam Pryor in the field. Finds Ione. Just really holding onto the ball. Ione's just going to hold on to it as long as possible. Ooh, nice move there. A little bit of pressure from Iona, but Ione can handle it.
Play call coming in from Staples right now. Bama trying to set up one of their set pieces.
Yeah, Pryor's got the ball right now, so we'll see what he does with that. Runs through two Iona defenders. Back to Clark at the X. 15 seconds left. Clark's going to come around. Clark with the shot. Bounce shot misses the net, but Staples will retain possession here.
You know, I got to say, I think every single one of these play calls is basically just let Tyler Clark cook.
Yeah.
Because every single time they've called a play, they give Tyler Clark the ball at X, they'll let him make a move and then hit a turnaround shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's working pretty well. You got a pretty good shot off there, and they maintain possession. 12 seconds left, so wonder what the set piece is here. Looks like they sub out Alex Fiala, and not sure who that is right there, number 18 on Staples. Number 16, sorry, Sam Eigen in there. He's had a few good shots. He's missing a goal yet, but his shots have been really hard and kind of top shelf. I wonder if he'll do a bounce shot just to see if he can catch Portante off guard. Oh.
And they're just going to run out the quarter there.
Yeah.
So, Nikos, we sit here 10-5. Staples Records on top right now with 1 quarter left to play. Realistically, you think Iona still has a shot in this game?
I mean, I think it depends. I think they definitely need a few breaks. Now, they've dug themselves a little bit of a hole, but it's going to be tough. They need a few breaks. They definitely need to start winning faceoffs, and they need to kind of capitalize on their opportunities. Like, every fast break needs to be a goal from now on, to be honest. And just Staples' defense has been so suffocating this game, and their offense has been good, not amazing, but just the defense has been amazing, which has made life hard for Iona.
Absolutely. And do you think, like, I've seen Iona make some changes to their lineup, try to make their opportunity to come back a little bit better. Do you think there's anything else they can change right now? You notice any trends maybe that they need to fix going into this quarter to actually give them that chance?
You need to get Plunkett more involved. Tim Plunkett is such a great player. Obviously still a freshman, but you need to get him out of that X spot. You need to get someone who's a little bit more beefy, a little bit more physical down there who can just kind of muscle their way to the front of the net. You need Plunkett up on top of the formation where he can just run down, get those shots off, and try to get some goals quickly.
Absolutely. It's interesting. It's interesting to see with this Iona prep lineup. A lot of the names we've been calling so far, right? We've been saying Billy Haggerty, definitely one of their attackers who gets to the ball a fair share. Crew Davis, one of their middies, one of their main facilitators, and we have Tim Plunkett, the guy who was sitting at X. Definitely one of their better players when it comes to shot taking. All three of those guys are all freshmen. Iona Prep is playing a very, very young lineup right now. I can understand that, but I think what this is more of a testament to be is like, you see a team like this right now where it's their first game of the season. They're fighting one of the powerhouses in the nation. They're putting up a good fight. You see 3 freshmen. Iona Prep 2-3 years from now is probably going to be one of the better teams in the country. You have to imagine.
Yeah, they won the New York State Championship last year, so they probably had a lot of key contributors that left. We're not sure about that, but obviously these guys, if you just let them play a little bit, let them develop, you got a dangerous team for – even next year, they might be really good next year, and they might have a dangerous team for 3 years and kind of put the lacrosse community on notice a little bit.
Absolutely, and that's also kind of where I think we see how those mistakes happen. You see mistakes. We've seen some mistakes come from Iona this game. We've seen some stupid decisions being made. I think that is kind of a product of them being younger players. This is their first year playing high school lacrosse, so there is going to be your fair share of mistakes. There is going to be a little bit of an adjustment that needs to be made.
Yeah, as we get started here, Rothenberg at the X gives it back to Clark. It's up to Ione, gives it to Schaefer. Back to Ione, back to Clark. Back to Burmeister. Burmeister's going to shoot it, misses the net. But looks like Rothenberg's back there to get his stick out and win the ball for the Wreckers. But look, I like that passing play right there. The passing's been so smooth. Ione, just a quick flick pass, gets that shot to Clark, or to Burmeister. My apologies. But Eigen tried to just kind of roughhouse his way to the front of the net, but got bumped by Portante and just lost the ball in the circle. So Portante's going to maintain possession. A little bit of a low pass to his deep hole, Will Scalia. Will Scalia's stuck a little bit. Turns it over to... never mind. Did not turn it over to Schaefer. Number 6, Jack Kidder's going to bring it down. Back to 10, Billy Haggerty. Up to 7, Blink. Back over to Plunkett. Plunkett's not at the X, which is interesting, so they made that change.
They've realized what they need to do.
Oh, that's not a great pass from Plunkett.
Never mind. And Plunkett made me eat my words right there as he just threw the ball out of bounds.
I think that might be a mistake from the referees.
Wow. The referees saying it was a shot, so they're letting Iona Prep keep possession because they were closest there. I don't know about you, Nico, so that was not a shot.
Yeah, that was not a shot. Maybe they give a little bit to Iona because they're having such a tough time.
Yeah, they can use all the help they can get.
Yeah. Tim Plunkett back at the X. Not what we like to see. Billy Haggerty with the ball. Gives it up to 4. Tapia. Back to Haggerty. Back to Plunkett at the X again. Back to Haggerty. Just playing kind of hot potato right now. Haggerty's going to try to make a move. Up to Tapia. Over to Reese. Kind of loses the ball a little bit, but Blank's there to recover. Blank's going to try to get to the net. Good defending from Mikey Nealon. Back up to Tapia. Back over to Reese. Reese is going to try to drive. He gets inside. Shot in his goal. What a goal by Reese. Plunkett. My bad.
Wow. Oh.
Was that not a goal?
They called no goal.
A little bit of confusion there. It looked like Plunkett made a nice movement to get inside and just rip it home, but apparently not.
Absolutely. I'm unsure of what the call was there. Everyone started celebrating as if it were a goal.
Yeah, and then Staples ran the ball up the field. I guess it's not a goal.
Looks like it's going to be Staples' possession as Kozikowski heaves it.
Yeah, to Roseby on offense. Roseby's going to give it back to number 15, Max Merlot. He's going to hold on to the ball, try to settle it down a little bit. Not sure. I think that's a timeout from Staples. That's a good timeout. Kind of settle settle the team down. That's a little bit of a crazy play there. I mean, we thought that looked in, but Kozakowski obviously made an amazing save there. And the next thing we saw was Staples running the ball up the field with no opposition, but the referees brought it back.
Yeah.
And then they found Rosemy up the field and had to kind of calm it down.
I'm still kind of scratching my head right now trying to figure out what negated that goal there from Iona, because I know from you and I up here in the booth, looked like a clean goal. Looked like a very good, very smart shot there by Plunkett. Was able to get space, drove in. I mean, he was right up on that crease. It was one of the smarter shots we've seen all day. I don't really know what happened there, but that's not the kind of thing Iona wants with only 9 minutes left in this game, down by 5. They definitely wish they had that goal.
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing. I mean, I definitely thought that it was in. I mean, I think I saw the back of the net kind of go back a little bit, but maybe Kozakowski kind of got it in his stick, maybe, or it hit like a crossbar and came out, but I'm not really sure what happened there because Kozakowski had the ball in his stick somehow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe there could have been some kind of small detail the refs managed to catch down there that we can't, but, one thing I think that's common through all sports, whether it be lacrosse, basketball, football, the zebras on the field, they sometimes see a different game than the fans in the stands. So just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think the zebras get it right usually. I mean, the fans like to think they get it right, but I think the zebras know what they're doing most of the time.
Yeah. Looks like Staples is going to be able to set up the ball right here on their own or on Iona's half of the field. It's going to be in Burmeister's hand. Look, maybe they could set up a nice goal here. Maybe he can get involved.
Yeah, Burmeister's going to... It's amazing how kind of loose he feels with the stick. It just looks so effortless for him to even create a... Oh, it's a pretty harsh check on Tyler Clark from number 1, Will Scalia, and he wins the ball. Clark's coming right back at him, though. Oh, that's a mistake right there, and that's going to roll out on Iona. Scalia was looking for 21... Panisrella, but just missed the ball.
Hey, man, those long poles are hard to use.
Yeah. Udell's going to bring it down. Udell's kind of rolling back to the X. He's going to look for Clark, I think, but Scalia stays on Clark. Schaefer sets a little bit of a pick, but Iona does not bite on it, so Schaefer's just going to jog it back to the X. Over to Clark. Clark's going to get some space here. Clark. Defended pretty tightly by Iona. Just gonna settle it down. Burmeister's trying to set a pick here, but Iona's not falling for that one. Clark's gonna give it back to Dixon Schreier. He's gonna try to come around the net. Finds Rothenberg. That's a nice save, or that's not a save. That was a blocked shot. Comes back out to Dixon. Dixon at the X. Dixon's going to try to make a move. He's looking for Clark. Finds Clark. Gives it up to Rothenberg at the top. Gives it back to number 20. Back to Rothenberg. Back to Udell. Back to Clark. Clark's going to find Dixon at the X. Dixon's going to make a dodge. Finds Burmeister, but Burmeister can't hold on to it, but he's going to maintain possession here, I think. Goalie's completely out of the net. Open net. I don't think Clark realizes it's an open net. Oh, and Schaefer misses that pass. I don't think Clark realized it was an open net there.
I don't think he did either, but Coach K is definitely upset his guys could not convert there. I mean, you got to hope someone would have the awareness to realize that the reason Burmeister had to make such an errant pass was because he was being assaulted by the goalie.
Yeah, two Iona players and the goalie came out to Burmeister, and Burmeister just threw it behind his back to Clark. So here comes Iona. Iona's going to try to set it up. Shot by number 24, Patrick Murray, but that just misses the net. It's going to come out to Blank. Blank's going to try to spin move on Mikey Nealon, but it's going to get picked up by Burmeister. That's Tim Plunkett right there, guarded by Preston Neal. He comes around, gets a shot. Nice save by Kozakowski. Nice play by number 24. Believe that is Sam Petrosino. Sam Petrosino was able to clamp down and prevent Iona from grabbing the rebound. It's up to number 15. Number 15, Max Morell. He's going to settle it down. Gives it back to Pryor. Pryor's going to pass it to Dixon at the X. Dixon's going to give it to Clark. So a play call comes in. I didn't catch what that one was. UConn again. We'll see what it is.
I bet it ends up in the stick of Tyler Clark.
Yeah, probably.
Cook.
Gives it back to Pryor. Udell is coming down a defender. Udell coming around. Gives it to Clark at the X. Here we go. Clark, spin move, steps back. Iona defender plays it well. Up to Pryor. Up to Dixon. Back to Clark at the X again. Clark's going to make a move here. Brings it around, tries to swing it back, but he misses the net. But Stables will maintain possession. Great effort by Anwar Abreu there to try to get it for Iona, but Dixon's just a little bit too fast. Gives it back to Pryor. Gives it to Udell. Udell's going to try to do a little bit of dodge here. Switches to his left hand. Switches back. Gives it to Dixon. Back to Clark at the X. Clark, spin move at the X. In front. Oh, but whoever that was, I believe that was Dixon there. Couldn't hold on to it. Clark gets mauled, but it's going to be Iona ball there. Wasn't sure who that was, but whoever it was, nice pass from Clark to get it out in front, but they couldn't just hang on to it. So Iona's going to get possession here. Down still 5 goals with 5 minutes left. It's looking pretty bleak for them. Here comes Kidder. Kidder's going to try to get inside. Nice play by Lemon to make Kidder pass the ball. Over to Tapia. Up to Davis. Davis comes down, gets a shot. Nice save by Kozakowski, and he's not able to chase it down, unfortunately, for the rebound. Over to Haggerty. Haggerty gets to the middle. Haggerty shot, misses the net, but number 22 Reese is back there to maintain possession, so he's going to start from the X.
It looks like Iona's trying to taking that like high volume shot approach that we've been saying they need to.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there, but Iona maintains possession with Davis. Over to Haggerty. Back to Davis. Davis is trying to find a dodge. Gets to the middle, but 2 Stables defenders converge on him. There's Plunkett. Plunkett's trying to kind of recreate that almost goal. Plunkett gets to the middle. Shot. What a save by Kozakowski. That bounces out. It's going to get to the Iona half of the field as Dixon's going to battle for that. Dixon, nice play there to get the ground ball. Passes to Clark. Clark loses it for a second. Regains possession. Over to Dixon. Stables has so much room right now. Oh, but Morello gets it. Morello with a shot. Gets blocked. Back to Rothenberg. Rothenberg's going to calm down with that hand motion. 4 minutes left. That was pretty crazy. Dixon and Rothenberg were in a 2-on-1 almost. And Dixon tried to give it to Rothenberg, but the pass got blocked and went right to Morello, who shot it, but got blocked again. Over to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to jog it back to the X. Schaefer. Over to Udell. UConn call comes out again. Burmeister's got it. Burmeister's going to try to make a move. A little bit of a misstep, but maintains possession. Gives it to Clark. What a play by Clark to keep that in the field of play. Over to Udell. Udell's going to jog back to the X and switch with Clark. Udell's going to come around the net. Gives it to Dixon. Finds Schaefer. Oh, that was a nice pass. Schaefer just couldn't hold it. Schaefer gets it back. Schaefer, what a save by Portante. Schaefer was all alone in front of the net, and Portante stood him up and would manage to block it with his stick as here comes Blank. Blank, nice dodge to get to the middle. Tries to pass to Plunkett, but misses, so should be Staples' ball there because that doesn't look like a shot attempt.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, we got to go back there and just talk about how great of an effort from Portante was. I know you talked about it, but being able to stop a stuff on your net is that's impressive. That's something you don't see every day from a lacrosse goalie. So,
yeah, that was a nice play from Schaefer, too. I mean, the initial pass, you couldn't hold on to it and get a clean shot, but he stays with it, picks it up, and almost stuffs it in. As Absolutely. Here comes Burmeister again. Less than 2:30 left in the game. Finds Ione. Ione holds on to it. Oh, Ione tries to pass to Clark, but hits an Iona defender. Iona loses the ball, but Portante bobbles back to Portante somehow. comes number 6, Jack Kidder. Gives it over to Haggerty. Gives it back to Plunkett. Plunkett comes through. Manages to hold on to it for a little while. Picks it back up. And there's a goal there, but I think the referee called that play off.
Call it dead, but it's going to be Iona ball.
Yeah, Iona's coach was not very happy.
He was not very happy because Plunkett put it in the net. But
I mean, you got minute 48 left, down 5 goals. I mean, you need a miracle right now.
I think now they aren't even. It's not even like they're trying to win. They're just trying to. They're fighting with the rankings almost. They just want to lose by not that much.
Oh, nice shot there from Reese, but I think that was
Sammy Petrosino.
What an effort for Petrosino to try to maintain possession after that missed shot, but
no reward.
Yeah, here comes Plunkett from the X. Oh, nice move by Plunkett. Gets to the middle, misses the net, but Reese picks it back up. Reese comes back from behind the net, trying to spin it around on Rosemy, but Kozakowski makes the save on that one. So Murillo's wide open. Might get a little bit of a fast break here. Over to Clark. Clark to Dixon at the X. Dixon's just holding on to it, trying to make a move. Dixon up to Udell. Udell just holding on to it. I mean, only 55 seconds left. I wouldn't be surprised if they just try to kill this out. Yeah, I mean, Portante's coming out to try to cover another guy and try to get 2 guys on the ball, but I mean, it's kind of futile at this point. Portante. Looks like Pryor back there. I mean, open net right now if they can get it in front of the net, but I think they're more interested in just running the clock out with 30 seconds left.
Absolutely. Portante isn't even going back to the net.
Yeah, he's coming back now. Udell gives it to Clark. I mean, Clark's just going to run this one out. I think 20 seconds left. Still getting stick checked by that Iona defender, but trying to just kind of kill the game clock off. I mean, last 10 seconds, so Staples should win by 5 goals unless something crazy happens, but they're just going to let this one run off as Staples goes to celebrate with Kozakowski. It's a good win for Staples, I think.
And the dog pile is forming on Scott Kozakowski. But, you know, Nikos, look at the score right now, 10-5. Definitely a more of a dominant performance from Staples right now. Definitely showed that they were the better team. I'm going to be honest, I don't even think Iona got off 10 clean shots on net. So I don't even know if they could have contested what Staples had this game. But, you know, do we think that this is – we know that this isn't going to be the hardest test for Staples this season. But, you know, what have you seen from this game that you think is important and a telltale sign? Because we are on opening day right now for Staples Lacrosse. What was, like, the telltale sign for what we're going to see later on in the season?
I think it's just that defense. That defense is amazing. I mean, just locked down. 5 goals in a lacrosse game is very few, and that's just an amazing performance. And Scott Kozakowski filled in valiantly for Josh Marcus, and that's a great option to have, a great backup goalie to have. Like, when your starter goes down, you can call in Scott Kozakowski, and he can put up a great performance for you.
Absolutely, and I think when we start to see them play some other teams who may be a little bit stronger from out of state, especially St. Anthony's, best team in the country, I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see some truly good matchups between them, and I think that there is definitely a bright future for this team right now going into the season, possibly being able to defend their state championship crown.
Yeah, and possibly win their first FCAC championship.
Absolutely, I think that they can all get it done. For WWPT, this was Andy Cerrito joined alongside Nikos Ninos. See ya.
See ya. It's so hard.